Good evening. Good evening. This is my presentation for Moody Theological Seminary for contextualized preaching. The assignment is asking for the importance of contextualized preaching in the 21st century. I think it's very, very vital that contextualized preaching is done in the 21st century, especially if the pastor or the preacher is going to be successful in the culture in which that we live in, or the culture that God has so sanctioned you to preach to. Because it's, especially in this globalization world, technology savvy, with the different diversity of culture, it's going to be very imperative that contextualized preaching is done properly, that the Word of God sets the precedent, and not only does God's Word set the precedent, but also that we rightly divide the Word of God. As Paul gave the instruction to young Timothy, he said to study, to show yourself approved, a workman that needed not to be ashamed, but is able to rightly divide the word of truth. In other words, just telling Paul to cut it straight. And so contextualized preaching is going to be very, very, very important for that pastor or that preacher to rightly divide the word of truth, to divide the word of God. And not only that, but to make sure that we are heard and understood properly. Nothing could be critical to our ministry, or nothing can be critical to our message if we are not understood. And so many times, as preaching, myself, been in ministry since '97, been pastoring my first church for 4.5 years, pastoring this church here, Center Ridge Missionary Baptist Church, for 9 years, to be this October. And it can happen. People can easily misunderstood you, take you for words. And like Jesus, we want to be like Jesus. Jesus came here in this world. He ate with the people. He talked with the people. But most of all, Jesus understood the people. So within the culture that we're preaching to, by me being a African-American pastor, the culture in which I'm preaching to, I have to make sure that they understand me and make sure that I am clear. So contextualized preaching is very, very important in the life and the ministry of that pastor. So I'm looking forward to embracing this class and to emerge in this class and to just study with my peers. So contextualized preaching is very, very important, and we must be able to do it correctly. God bless you. Bye now.